A big influence earlier on Bowie. And here's, we mentioned Beckett, right? So you'll recognise David Bowie there in the top from the video for Where Are We Now? And I was rooting around doing some separate work on Samuel Beckett, and this jumped out at me, you know. And Bowie's a big Beckett fan. It's something that people haven't really explored to any great extent, but very, very knowledgeable about Beckett. Bowie, like Beckett, was obsessed with Buster Keaton again, clowns, you know, very, very interesting, just in terms of where he's pulling.
But I think the minimalism of something like Buster Keaton, hold that on. I said this to you earlier, it looks like John Banville at the bottom. It's crazy shit. But I went, whoa. But the minimalism of Buster Keaton is the attractive, because that one face with a bit of lipstick could just move an eye and say so much. And then any writer that is trying to, like, the whole thing, I don't think songwriting is poetry, I think it's songwriting. But the minimalism and discipline of what Beckett does to say 3 words, like, where are we now? The moment you know, you know, you know. That's so Beckett. The moment you know, you know, you know. It's just like, the melody changed it, but it's Beckett. The moment you know, you know, you know. And it's profound. So you can see it. But I think anyone with a big brain is going to go to Beckett for that minimalism, especially in poetry and song.
And I mean, and the threads, you know, between all of these, I think there's that famous phrase, "Give a man a mask and he will tell you who he is," right? Yeah. And I think that is very, very common with all of them. What about then the Dalkey? So he came back with The Next Day. Was that a bolt from blue for you? You know anything?
Just the lads down the back.
Back of the bus.
The Next Day was, I don't think I'd given up on Bowie. I was actually into him going away, because, as I said, I think I've listened to Heathen with bigger ears since he's gone, and I think it's a great album. But when he went, it was like your dad was in a hospital or something. It was like the dad's gone quiet. And it's like this thing you've had, always there, and always to rely on. And I work a lot in visuals, and you'd always go, well, Bowie wouldn't put up with that. Often. So it was this sort of eternal touchstone, the eye, the ear, the intent, the essence. But when he went away, I was going, okay, good. Because I quite like that's what he's doing to John Lennon. But he really did to John Lennon because he died. And when Were We Now, I've never found, the only time Bowie's music made me cry was twice. And it made me cry when I was 12. And I played 5 years. And you just have that horrible intensity of like trying to be yourself and not feeling involved. And I had a beautiful mother. And those lines of 5 years, it was cold and it rained and I felt like an actor, total melodramatic kid. And still am a melodramatic adult. And I called him Ma and I wanted to get back there. And I used to bawl with that because I just knew I didn't fit in, but he made me fit in. I mean, Ma knew. She was so cool. She knew. So she'd call him Davy Bowie. Davy Bowie's on the telly. Quick, come down. Like, oh, there's Davy's on. I was like, Davy, like your brother. And of course she made dresses. Of course she, whatever you want. Oh, that's like Bowie. Like Googie and Gavin were the 2 daughters she never had. In a weird way. But I remember that ripping the heart out of me as a kid trying to find himself. And then you jump forward, 40 years forward, and it's like, when did that happen? About 2006. Next day, 2007.
Oh, no, 13.
13. So it's 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And this thing comes up, and once again, he does something no one did. The internet, and he's a big, big fan of contemporary stuff. And he downloaded a song, no press release, nothing. It's available on his birthday. Download. You go on, you go, Jesus, download it, buy it, bang. But in my Walkman or in my iPod, I went on the beach with the dogs, and I just bawled crying. And I knew there was something wrong, or not consciously, subconsciously. I just cried and cried, and it's one of his greatest tunes. And he never wrote really directly about personal things. But this is a man reminiscing about the great time he had in Germany. Being a freak, getting away from Ziggy and the Thin White Chocolate, and becoming a real artist in his mind. And I says, oh, he doesn't do this. And those two songs, they just wrecked my head. And 6 months later, there's the V&A thing. And I was going, nah, I'm not going to that. That's what you do when someone's dead. And a year and a half later, he was dead. So it was quite a journey. And Black Star it's in the top 5 of his greatest albums. It's a work of art. And who would think he knew he must have been sick for about 10 years, 8-10 years.
Yeah.
Because it's too coordinated. Like with V&A, and then to coordinate the whole album as a prayer, as a death prayer and a gift to his family and his fans. It's pretty extraordinary. I mean, those videos took a lot, and he doesn't look good. So that's a true artist. And he knew he was great. And that's great that he knew he was great.
Do you?
Sorry, I'm getting a little
No, you're
emotional.
About his legacy, and in a way you have sort of answered that. I mean, you said in those last few sentences you're talking about Bowie as an artist and what he was able to convey, and he will be listened to in hundreds of years from now, if not longer.
No doubt.
I'm pretty sure of that.
There's no doubt. I really believe it. And I mean, sometimes my good friend Bono says to me, you know, you look back at old punk, and sometimes you have that, remember everyone in the 70s would go, oh, it was that sort of, it was the Skids, the Banshees, about 6 bands, and then you go, no, there's 60 bands, and the same chords, and so it's just a blip. It would just look like a blip, but big statements, big songs, and big performers, that's what it's about. It's someone that breaks the rules.
Yeah. Do you want to finish with a piece of music?
Yes.
Yes.
There's no. How can I say here?
Come on.
Please.
Amsterdam.
Angel.
Whatever you want.
It's back to fucking Radio Luxembourg.
That's okay.
You can drown it out.
Oh, what?
You can drown it out.
Oh, I don't know about that. Let me.
Sure.
Actually, I did this the last time. I mean, no way I'm doing fucking Angel. Gavin Friday won't play Ireland anymore. Seriously. won't pay me enough. Yes. So, I don't really want to do this, but I don't do things in half measure, so I'll try. So, the last time, my cousin...
She's not here. No, she's,
Can I pull this?
you can't do it.
Oh. There's a bit of, what's that, Phoenix Nights vibe going off here. You know what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
No, you're okay, I'm not going to jump. So the last time I did this was, first time I did that, this.
Yeah.
And I played along, and I remember my friend Huggy, he's probably right actually, you shouldn't be doing it again. He said, you shouldn't have done that. And then I said, why? He says, oh, it's too uncool. And I went, well, I'm actually not trying to be cool, I'm just trying to be honest. And the thing, what you did when you were 12 or 13, was you picked up the hairdryer or the comb and you'd sing to the mirror. Did you do that? Did you?
Yes.
No, you didn't. So it's quite apt to this conversation, if you know what I'm getting at. Press. Ish.
No, totally.
So this is a song at first that made me cry when I was 12. Oh, it's the wrong side. I'm telling you.